guys, it's Amber Cranston, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome to my channel. And I thought I would do my favorite wax bars, Scentsy wax bars of 2020. They are ones I was trying to go for 12 because you know there are 12 months in a year. But I narrowed it down to 14. And I was like, you know what, it's my video. I can have as many favorites as I want. So there's 14 of them. All these bars are ones that were available for purchase in 2020. There are no Bring Back My Bar fragrances, but there are ones that were from limited time collections or from the regular catalog. So this is in no particular order. It's just my top 14 scents of 2020. So let's just dive right into it. First off, this is from the Scents of the Season collection that just happened in December, or did it come out in November? I can't remember now. All the months are blurring together for me. But it is Wassail or Wassail Wonderland. This is such a wonderful Christmas type of scent. I know I talked about it as part of my favorite holiday fragrances. It is just amazing. It is like a fresh orange, slight lemon as well. Some like cidery type spices, mulling spices. And then you get this touch of fir needle, and it's just amazing. I love it so much. I added it to my club the instant I melted it. I thought it was so amazing. So that's Wassail Wonderland. Next up is my beloved Johnny Appleseed. I am very much an apple girl, so I'm not surprised at all that this made it into my list. This is just like a fresh Macintosh apple with kind of that, even that apple skin type feeling to it too. It is such a good fragrance. And it is, not to spoil the news, it is coming back for the spring and summer catalog. So I'm excited about that. It is in my club though, so I get it whenever I want it. So that is Johnny Appleseed. Next up is a new one to the fall winter catalog, and it was one of my absolute favorites, and that is Autumn Road Trip. If I had to pick my top fragrance of this past fall winter catalog, it would be this one. If I had to choose, if someone twisted my arm, I would have to say that it was this one. This is a combination fresh apple, again apple. I'm an apple girl. I love apples, apple fragrances. Apple, but there's also a fresh pear in this as well, which I think is kind of hard to do in home fragrances, to get that authentic type of fresh pear. And this one does it so wonderfully. And then there's this woodsy note on the back end too. It's like an oak type wood finish to the scent. So good. I love it so much. So that is Autumn Road Trip. And yes, I added it to my club. Next up, also brand new to this fall winter catalog, is Around the Campfire. If you're someone that loves smoky, woodsy home fragrances, you need to give this one a try. It's so good, you guys. It's wood, and it's like oak, sandalwood, driftwood type wood notes, not evergreen. And then a smokiness. I wouldn't say it's overwhelming smoke. There are other fragrances that I've smelled candle-wise and wax melt-wise that were stronger in regards to smoke. This is more of an autumn type feel to me, like you feel like you're on the beach with a bonfire, or in the woods camping around a campfire. There's a sweetness to the wood too. It's not sweet like Bonfire Beach, speaking of bonfires. That has like a marshmallow sweetness. The sweetness in this isn't like marshmallowy. It's just like a woodsy sweetness, and I love it so much. So that is around the campfire. Next up, this was a limited time wax bar from when Stitch and Angel came out. It is a Disney scent, and it is Angel Experiment 624. This is probably, as of right now, my favorite Disney wax bar. I love it so much. This came out in the spring, and it's so good. It's like a mixed berry. It has goji berry. I remember it said goji berry, I think raspberry, and other berries. I can't remember exactly. And then it has this vanilla finish to it. It's just sweet and candy-ish, but not overwhelming candy-like to me, because some candy scents are just like too much for me. But not this one. This one is just so, so nice if you love berry type fragrances. Hopefully it'll come back one day, but it is in my club, so I can get it as long as I want it. So that is Angel Experiment 624. Next up, this is one that's been around a long time with Scentsy. It comes out so far every spring, summer. And guess what? It's coming back. Camu. I love Camu. So good. It's a tropical, fruity, kind of citrus. I'm not a huge citrus person. I like a tiny bit of citrus, but if it's overwhelmingly citrus, I'm usually not a huge fan. But I like it when it's mixed with stuff. So like in this, Camu, there's a touch of citrus that's tropical fruity. I'm not sure what a Camu smells like, but all I know is that I love it in a Scentsy bar. So that is that, Camu. And I've come to realize as I looked over what the ones I decided on, that I am very much a fruity girl. I knew I loved fruity scents, but I thought I was kind of evenly split between fruity scents and bakery scents. And don't get me wrong, I do love bakery scents, but almost all the ones that I picked are like all fruity. So it is what it is. Red Berry and Spruce. This was also from the Scents of the Season collection that just came out for Christmas, and it was brand new this season. It's such a good fragrance. Another fruity one. This is a fresh fruity. It's raspberry and cranberry, a tart cranberry, but not overly tart. And then just a touch, just a very, very mild touch of evergreen. Just a sprig, it says in the description. It's so nice. I love this one so much. And again, it's in my club. Okay, another one. This one is perfect to me for like Christmas Day or Thanksgiving Day type of fragrance, and that is Cranberry Garland. This is so good. It's got a woodsiness to it. I think it said it has like pine cone in it. And then it has a sweet tart, like a fresh cranberry. And a slight touch of evergreen. Again, it's not an overwhelming evergreen. So if you didn't like evergreen, I think you would be okay with this one. And then to me, there's like a spiciness. It's almost like I said, there's a woodsy pine cone note. It's almost to me like those pine cones you would get like in a craft store during the holidays. So you get that woodsiness from the pine cone, but you also kind of get that spice as well that's usually on those pine cones, along with the cranberry and a touch of freshness from the evergreen. Such a good scent. Perfect for Christmas Day, or like I said, Thanksgiving Day even. Okay, next up, I talked about this a minute ago, and that is Bonfire Beach. This is such a good scent. It is like a toasted marshmallow. It's kind of like Marshmallow Fireside from Bath and Body Works, except you get like a salty sea air along with it, with those marshmallow woodsy notes. Between this one and Around the Campfire, I would say Around the Campfire is a little bit smokier than Bonfire Beach. You get more of that toasted marshmallow in this one, along with the salty sea air. So nice. I love it so much. So that is Bonfire Beach. Next up, this was from the Harvest collection, their gorgeous pumpkin trio that came out. This was my favorite from the three. And yes, I added it to my club. That is Bright Cider Life. This one, you guys, is such a unique cider fragrance. There's a caramelness to it, and I would say that it is pumpkin heavy. I compared this before in a video between Cider Mill and this one. Cider Mill is more balanced to me. The apple and the pumpkin is more balanced, whereas this one is more pumpkin heavy to my nose. There is a touch of apple in it, but it's mainly pumpkin and caramel and cider spices. It's such a unique, pretty fragrance. I love it so much. So that is Bright Cider Life. Next up, I could not have a list of my top scents without this one. Very Snowy Spruce, my absolute favorite Christmas tree fragrance. I love it because it's more than just that sharp, astringent pine note. It's piney. It's like it's fir, but it's sweeter. It has cedar mixed in with it that gives it kind of more of a sweeter quality to it. It's a beautiful scent. Perfect, especially if you don't have a real Christmas tree during Christmas time. This is my favorite. I love it so much. So that is Very Snowy Spruce. Next up, this was another limited edition Disney fragrance, and it came in a trio as well from the Villains collection. This was the one that surprised me. It is Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. I love this one so much. And this is the one that I didn't think I would like, because in the description it said it had gardenia, and I don't like gardenia at all in fragrances, or at least I thought I didn't until I smelled this. I don't smell gardenia at all. There's no like powdery, overwhelming floral like gardenia usually is to me. To me, this smells like grape bubblicious gum. It just gives me that vibe. Grapey bubble gum. I love it so much. So that is Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. Down to my final two. Okay, this one, I was trying to decide between this one and another one that was in the regular catalog that was new last season. But I ended up going with this one because I liked it a tiny bit more. This was from the summer collection, the limited edition collection of bars they had there during the summer, and that is Hibiscus Water. So I was trying to decide between this one and Hibiscus Pineapple, but I think I prefer this one just a little bit more. This one has apple, so I'm not surprised I like this one a little bit more, whereas Hibiscus Pineapple obviously has pineapple. So this is Hibiscus, apple, like a watery freshness. It's slightly perfumey, but in a fresh, just pretty way. It's not like an overwhelming perfume note at all. It's so nice. I love it so much. And ding, 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 it's in my club. So that's Hibiscus Water. Okay, last but not least, this was from the International Wax Collection, which I think came out, it was, I think in June, maybe July. It is Pacific Sandalwood. This is such a beautiful fragrance, you guys, especially for a bedroom. It almost feels like it has a little bit of a marshmallow note to it too, but it's got this beautiful sweet amber musky sandalwood type feel to it. Almost like a salty air quality too, kind of like Bonfire Beach, but a little more sultry and not as marshmallowy as Bonfire Beach. It's a beautiful fragrance, so nice, and I just had to add it to my top scents of 2020 because it was just so beautiful. So that's it, you guys. So those are my top 14 of 2020. Let me know down in the comments which ones were your top favorites of 2020, because I'd love to hear your thoughts about it all. A lot of these scents, the ones that aren't, yeah, there's still a few of them that are available for purchase. So click the link down below in the description if you don't have a consultant. I'd love to be your consultant. Until next time, TTFN, ta-ta for now.